Hi friends, welcome to channel. This is Vamsi Allori and Co. This video is regarding GST notification issued on 29th December, where it's regarding RCM liability and input ledger and ITC reversal ledger. If we see in 3B table 4, there will be some columns for input claiming and reversal, right? First, in the input available column, import of goods and service. If we did any import of goods and services, we will claim in the respective tabs. Whereas third one will be in inward supplies liable to RCM. If we show any RCM supplies in the liability column in GST table 1, it will be reflected. We can claim the same amount here. I mean, if we only show liability, then only we can claim it. Now, what happened is, if we show only RCM liability and don't claim input, it's fine. But if we show RCM liability for 10 rupees and we claim input for 100 rupees, it will be like we can't file GST 3B from 1st January onwards, as a it will be lead to excess claim of input, right? So next, it's fourth point related to ISD supplies, and fifth point, any other GST inputs. Now, if we come to reversal, as per rule 38, 42, 43, etc., these rules are there, right? Let's go to first rule. In case of rule 42, it's a reversal of input and services for taxable and exempt service. In this case, what happens is we have like both taxable supplies and exempt supplies, and we can claim like only for taxable supplies, wholly for taxable supplies. In case of common ITC, what we do is a reversal to the extent of exempt supplies. Like we take first exempt supply turnover and total, we divide it with total turnover. Whatever we get, we have to reverse it. And same with capital goods also. Capital goods, if we use for both exempt and non-exempt supplies, we have to reverse based on this percentage only. I mean, exempt supplies turnover divided by total turnover. But in case of capital goods, its life is like 60 months. So we have to reverse based on per month basis, or we can directly reverse one uh, total amount one time only. As per rules 37, it's 180 day rule. In case if supplier shown GST invoice in GST return, and we also received GST input, but we don't pay to supplier within 180 days, so it will lead to violation of this rule. So we have to reverse the GST input. And in case of 38, banking and NBFC, banks have huge financial transaction, right? Major sources of income comes from interest, but interest income is exempt service. So what happens? Bank have to pay GST to the extent of other services like locker, uh, loan processing charges, and etc. So banks, they can directly take input of 50% and pay, uh, reverse the another 50%. So they can only claim directly 50%. This is optional, not mandatory. They can either choose like 50%, or they can do calculation, use this common input and reverse it, and capital goods and reverse it. So they can directly choose 50%. In case of ISD, what happens? Uh, input service, there will be centralized GST. I mean, if we take, for example, Apple or Vivo, there will be some centralized company, and they will have multiple branches all over the states. So what we do in case of any common, like in any branding is there, so there will be payment from main office only, right? But we have to but branding is from main office, and it will be distributed to each branch office based on its turnover, or how much they avail, actual appropriation basis. I mean, sometimes what happens, uh, it's expense related branch only, but head office sometimes pay the amount. So in that case also we do ISD account, maintain ISD account. It's like a main GST, whatever we claim, we will use that account in to give to the suppliers, so we can claim on that and later distribute to each branch separately. So in case of any excess receipt, we have to reverse the same in that branch. Next, next rule 40, change in scheme. Earlier we used to do regular GST basis, but nowadays we what we are doing is composite basis or exempt status we are doing. So what happens? Whatever input we have left on the in sitting in credit ledger or else with in stock, that we have to reverse everything. If we have excess stock, then we have to repay, I mean pay the amount. In case of transfer of business also same, if we have underlying huge stock but in credit ledger we are showing zero, then we have to reverse maximum how much stock we are selling, or how much we are stock left with. In case of assets also we have to check in case of any misappropriation between the actual transfer and whatever the lying in the account, we have to reverse it. Same with cancellation of registration, uh, same as change in scheme only, but in the change in scheme we are like gi- um given opportunity to close. In the case of cancellation, it will be filed in final return, or we can use rule, I mean in the last return in 3B also. And next, section 17.5, blocked credit, where there are some services even which we uh, pay GST on that. Like for example, if we take hotel services in our state, it will be blocked. Whereas if we stay in another state, they will charge like CGST and SGST, right? We can't claim if we are in another state. Like for example, if you are staying in Telangana and you gone to AP for business purpose only, but at hotel they will charge CGST and SGST, which is like a clash with your place of supply, because actually we received service in the state of recipient, right? So there will be clash, so we can't claim it as a it will affect place of supply. And 16 subsection 2, which gives rise, we can claim input only if we have in possession of invoice or taxable invoice. And next, actually goods or services are received. And second, which is reflecting in our GST at 2B. And recently they added like a supplier has to pay GST amount to the government, only we can claim, or else we have to claim and reverse the same. And we can claim it only when, if and if the supplier pays GST to the government, then we can claim it. Now let's get to the main part, where supplier is given invoice, but the supplier didn't pay to the government, but he has shown invoice in the GSTR 1. What happens? It will reflect in GST 2B, but it will be not available for input claiming. So what happens is we have to first show in input and then reverse it. Then again we can claim it. So actual circular is about first one, electronic credit reversal ledger. Let's first discuss about electronic credit ledger. What's electronic credit ledger is, in if we generally reverse the input, it will be shown in the electronic credit ledger. And in future, if we want to reclaim the input which we earlier reversed, we can claim only to the extent whatever we reversed in the previous months. Then only we can claim it. If we claim excess amount, uh, excess of that ledger, then GST 3B can't be filed, or we can't go forward. It will be shown as an error or block. That is from 1st January. No. So let's see first. First, to ensure correct and accurate reporting of reversed and claimed ITC, and to avoid clerical mistakes, electronic credit reversal and reclaimed statement. First, electronic credit reversal, which is like if we reverse, it will put in the reversal ledger, and reclaim ledger is whatever we are reversing the earlier reversed amount. I mean, reclaiming the earlier reversed amount, that will be shown in this ledger, like how much is a reversal we done and how much is currently its closing balance. That much amount can be, we can reclaim it. Excess will be lapsed directly. Why? Because these conditions we previously said, right? In case supplier we didn't pay to supplier within 180 days, so we have to reverse the same, and we can claim it when we pay to the supplier. Or in case we have invoice but supplier didn't pay to the GST government, we can claim and reverse it. But if the supplier paid to the government and we come to know like a TRC3 or in annual return, etc., we can claim the same in our return. So it is like to ensure that exact reversal is reclaimed, not excess. And if we claim, it will be give us warning message that excess amount are we are claiming. Earlier they have given us multiple opportunities so to show earlier reversed amount in case any future we are going to reclaim it. Government has already given the opportunity. Now same is for RCM ledger. What happens is we are paying RCM amount, but the same amount needs to be claimed in input ledger. But what happens if we paid only 10 rupees and claimed 100 rupees? It will be mismatched, right? So to approve these mistakes or clerical errors, I mean there will be sometimes clerical errors in the place of 450 we might write 4,50,000 or 45,000, etc., 4,500. So to curb these errors and to make this apparent, government done these things, which will be like we can directly automate 3B. I mean, we will not do any much changes, or in case it will mainly avoid clerical mistakes. Let's see FAQs on that. I mean, sorry. We can see the same in services ledger, RCM liability statement for this one, and electronic credit reversal and reclaimed status for reclaimed amount. Next, now taxpayers are here. Now taxpayers are hereby informed that shortly negative values or availability of excess ITC over available balance shall not be allowed in both ledgers. We can claim only up to the ledger amount available. We can't claim any excess. The reclaimed ITC shall be lesser than or equal. We can zero it, but we can't claim excess. It will be negative, right? If it goes negative balance, then there will be a warning error on that. First, how to view my electronic credits? We can go to dashboard services ledger, and we can see the both. Next, what will be the change GST 3B in respect of electronic credit reversal and reclaimed status? Shortly, taxpayer will not be able to file. As I said earlier, we can't file GST 3B if there is any negative excess amount in the closing balance. How to file GST 3B if closing balance of electronic credit reversal and reclaimed statement IC is negative? If it's already negative, it indicates excess reclaimed earlier. Therefore, to file, you must reverse the excess claimed and So it will be matching. I mean, if they already give an example, right? We will go. ITC reclaim ledger already negative. If it's negative, we have to make it positive by reversing the same 10,000 amount. It will match, so we can't claim any excess. So we have to make it zero, not negative. That's it, folks. Thank you.